Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So for the last 4 days, well, even before that, I ended up buying that charger. It's I've literally wanted one of these chargers all my life, ever since the Dukes of Hazzard and many other influences, but finally found one. I thought I was priced out of the market, and I finally found one in Oklahoma. It turns out the guy that bought my C10 had a guy that he knew down the street was selling a red Charger 69 383 727 automatic, and it's a green car, so it's been painted red, but just a basic Charger. But I'm been trying my best to get this thing shipped for the last 4 days, and selected this company that I thought was going to take care of me, and they screwed me around for 4 days, not giving me a pickup date. I just finally, I had to pick it up by Wednesday, so I finally just said F it and hit the road. So it's 1,300 miles, 19 hours. I left this morning at 3 a.m. and well, I did it. I made it all the way to Oklahoma City from Orange County in 19 hours. Longest drive I've ever done in one full swoop, but it was worth it. And the guy I bought this car from, salt of the earth, one of the nicest people I've ever met. Kind of guy that if he handed you a stack of money, you wouldn't need it to count it. So Bill, thank you so much. Hopefully you might see this, but I've been looking for a charger in my price range, in quotations, for, gosh, 40 years, ever since I saw the Dukes of Hazzard on TV. So I'm a happy man, and just got a long drive ahead of me. I'm gonna stop by my buddy Rod's house. He lives in Show Low, Arizona, to spend the night, so I have a fresh head, so I can make the last 9 hours safely with this this precious cargo I have. So you can kind of see it back there, looking all good. So I'll do a walk around here. Let me just get to my buddy's house. All right, thanks for watching. All my life, since the Dukes of Hazzard show was on air, I have wanted a Charger, and frankly, I thought I was priced out of the market. I mean, there's crazy prices. I don't know if you've seen them yourself, but I mean, in California, you can buy a roller, no engine or transmission. You're lucky to have a rear end for 30,000 bucks. So that's 68, 69, and 70 Chargers. So I'm talking about the Gen 2 Charger. So I built that green C10. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but my son and I built a 69 green C10. Really nice couple came out from Oklahoma to pick it up and buy it. And the owner of the C10 now reached out to me a couple weeks ago, and I was kind of like, oh God, you know, what happened to the truck? I thought he was going to call and, you know, scream at me, but he actually just called to check in, asked me a few questions, and we just got to talking. He's a car guy as well, has several cars in his collection, and somehow it came up that, you know, I've been looking for a Charger, I just can't find one. And he said, well, you know what, there's a red Charger just down the road from me. He's in a real small town in Oklahoma called Asher, And he basically told me he saw this Charger just driving the other day, and so he shoots me the Facebook Marketplace listing, and I reach out to the guy, and long story short, I bought it sight unseen. And the guy named Bill, who's a super cool guy, in fact I think we'll be friends for a long time, he's a big Mopar guy, and he basically just gave it to me straight. In fact, he undersold the car to me, so I was really appreciative of that. And gosh, in this day and age, it's super refreshing to be undersold on something instead of oversold and then you're disappointed. So I messed around with the shipping companies, and long story again short, I got screwed by the shipping company. I had to get it by a certain date, and they told me yeah. Anyway, so I ended up going myself, put my trailer on the truck, blasted out there at 2 in the morning, made it in 17 hours, longest drive of my life, but it was for a good cause. Showed up, spent the night, and then went and got this baby first thing the next morning. Here she is. And of course, the favorite part of this car for me is the front end. And this car has a complete front end, which is also very rare these days. Usually they're pretty trashed or gone, or someone's taken parts off of it. But yeah, totally complete. The vacuum actuators are all there. Super straight car considering this day and age. It is in fact a green car. It was born as a green car. You can kind of see it coming through in the paint, but look at this. I mean, it is super straight. It has quarters. I mean, I'm sorry, it has the sill, and they're actually intact, believe it or not, which is pretty rare. It does need lower quarters. Quarters are actually in really good condition. This is the better side, but you can see it's got a little bit of rot in the bottom there. But on the back side, there's no evidence of Bondo coming through or anything, and I've looked her over pretty good, and it's really solid and straight. So it has its usual rust. The trunk needs a trunk pan, and a lot of people would go, "Oh my God, that's too much." No, it's really not. They sell these panels. They're a few $100 each. It's mostly labor just to do it. You just got to drill out all the spot welds and replace the rotten and missing stuff. But I'm super excited, and it does have taillights. I have just been stripping this thing apart, getting ready to start doing the tin work on it. But of course, it's got little cancer spots here and there. It's got that, and the usual rear window flange is, pretty worked over, but overall it's in really good condition. The package tray is actually here on this car, so I'm so used to saying truck because this is actually the first car we're going to build here. So but it also has all of the trim. Most of the trim is here. I've taken it all off except for this little guy right here. So it needs floors. Needs the driver's side, needs the front third, I guess you could say, and the rears are real solid. I know I'm not the first person to take the seats out, so unfortunately there was no build sheet. You can see that little cross member right there is detached from that, so I have to refasten that or weld that back on. But overall, this car is in great shape. All the window mechanisms, all the glass. The windshield was delaminated, so I tossed it. The dash is complete, which is also a rarity these days. But steering wheel's there. Yeah, it's got some age on it, but it's definitely one to get restored for sure. So, but yeah, I'm super stoked on this. Sorry about the lighting. I know it's my buddy Darren's gonna yell at me for not bringing a flashlight along this time, but sorry, Darren. And cowl's in great shape. The hood is in great shape. It is a big block car. Open the hood here. There we go. As you can see, she was born green. Hood is in really good condition. It does have a little hole right there, but overall, it's just in great condition for a Charger, I guess we'll say. It is an AC car. As you can see, the high pressure and low pressure tubes there. The heater core is gone. Heater core is there, but it's wasted. But yeah, I took that. I had a junk 383 in here, which was not numbers. This is it right here. And I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It just came with the car, so it's pretty much a boat anchor at this point. But it does have a numbers matching 727 auto, and I actually got 2 transmissions with the car, and a 440, of course. So I was able to negotiate that from Bill, and he styled me out. The engine is hurt. I mean, it probably has a pinhole in one of the cylinders, which is that one. So she needs to be taken apart and boiled and resurfaced and all that stuff. So that is going to the engine builder soon. But back to the car. She is in pretty damn good shape, I think. Now, a lot of this stuff would scare people, but you know, after doing this for as long as I've been doing it, you just got to take it one rivet at a time. So, or sorry, one spot weld at a time. Here is for all you Chrysler geeks out there. Here's the numbers, the VIN tag. You can decode it. I haven't decoded it yet, but I do know it's a big block car, AC, column shift. It's a base model. It's not nothing special. It's not an RT. I'm pretty sure the price would have been 3 times as much as I paid, which I thought it was a lot, but it was certainly in my price range compared to what I've seen. So got the Magnum wheels on it, and this is the driver. It just doesn't get any cooler than these scallops, I guess you could say. I don't know what you call those things, but it's just damn cool. I mean, if you follow the body lines on these cars, it is just beautiful. I mean, I've had a huge kink for these cars for so many years. I finally got it, so pardon my excitement, but I am jazzed. And you're gonna see us build this car. So dash VIN tag and dash TikTok clock, or I'm sorry, TikTok tack. Sorry, I'm a newbie, so don't judge me, you hardcore Dodge guys. But yeah, I am just thrilled to have this car in the shape that it's in. So here's the other, and then you got thresholds are super solid. The frame rails, I guess you could call them, are in great condition. A little bit of rust there, cancer coming through, and then this is the worst of the 2 lower quarters, which I expected, and Bill was very forthcoming about the need for that. Filler gas cap always has this where water sits. Yeah, there's another look at the trunk. So, but yeah, I just can't believe I have this car. It's a dream come true for me. So I know a lot of people are going, oh, what a piece of crap that thing is, but hey, we all have our dreams, right? So, but yeah, so something kind of cool that you may not know about these cars. Now, you Dodge guys will probably know, but back in the day when these cars were new, I'm not sure what year they started, but they put left-hand thread lug stems on these cars. So on the driver's side, the lug stems and lug nuts are left-hand thread. So not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, it's lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. And so, wait, is that right? Lefty-tighty. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. And so not a lot of people know that. So the driver's side of these cars, you've got to go the opposite direction. And I think I've heard the thought process behind that was, if the tire is moving forward, if it's rolling forward, the lug nuts will not loosen in the forward motion. Who's driving backwards, right? So that was the thought behind that. And then you also, another little thing about these Dodge cars, and I think it goes for Darts and Coronets and Super Bs and everything else, and unless you change the lug stems to right-hand thread, which I probably will do, because I think the hardware quality is just much better now, so the loosening is not going to be an issue. But the other thing, and I'm rambling because I'm super excited, is you'll notice the little Pentastar right here, and it's only on the passenger side. And from what I'm told, or what I've heard, is Dodge wanted, if this car was sitting on a street somewhere parked, Dodge wanted everyone to know that this is a Chrysler product. And so they put the Pentastar on the passenger side only, on the front fender, just to basically say, hey, this is a Chrysler product. Now you know. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, why is there only one? Well, that's why. Unless you know better. Mark it, put it down in the comments if you do. I could be wrong. So anyway, a couple little fun facts for you guys. Power steering, let's see what else. Yeah, I'm just super jazzed. I know this is kind of a self-indulgent video, but hey, I guess that's why we put these things up, just to share. So I'm going to be continuing on to stripping this vehicle, getting it ready to do sheet metal work. I am super jazzed if you don't already see that. And oh yeah, so it's got the turn signal indicators in the hood too. That's another little Dodge oddity, I guess you could call it. But man, look at the shapes that they put in the sheet metal. You just don't see that anymore in cars. They're just plastic and all look like just blobs of charcoal gray or silver. Not back in the day, man. They had so much soul. So wish me luck. I super stoked, man. I can't wait to start on this thing. And let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for riding along with us. Take care.